Imagine a land sculpted by a single life-giving river. Egypt. For millennia, it was home to one of history's most remarkable civilizations. Its story is carved in stone pyramids that scrape the sky, tombs filled with treasures and mysteries still buried beneath the sands. The allure of ancient Egypt is timeless, capturing our imagination like few other eras. We see Tutankhamun's golden mask and Cleopatra's dramatic reign, legends who were once real people. The sands have preserved their world, leaving us a puzzle we're still piecing together. What draws us back? Perhaps the scale of their ambition. The Great Pyramid stood as the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. Or maybe it's their deep spiritual beliefs, shaping every aspect of life and death. This was a civilization that pondered its place in the universe, and their answers still fascinate us. Our journey begins, not just to marvel at temples, but to understand the people who built them. We'll explore their homes, jobs, beliefs, and the secrets of their afterlife. Ancient Egypt's story isn't just about kings and monuments. It's a vibrant culture, full of innovation and a touch of magic. It's a world waiting to be rediscovered. Let's step into the sands of time and uncover its secrets. The pyramids are just the beginning of Egypt's story. This was a society of farmers, artisans, and inventors, all working in harmony along the Nile. Farmers mastered the river's floods, growing food that sustained the kingdom. Towns bustled with skilled craftspeople, stonemasons, carpenters, jewelers, creating everything from royal jewelry to everyday pots. Scribes, respected keepers of knowledge, recorded laws and stories on papyrus. Egyptians invented irrigation systems, used geometry to build monuments, and created a 365-day calendar that still shapes our year. At the top was the pharaoh, seen as a living god, supported by a vast bureaucracy. This organization allowed Egypt to flourish for over 3,000 years. Their legacy is one of ingenuity, order, and enduring achievement. The Egyptians' world was alive with gods and goddesses, each shaping daily life. Ra, the sun god, sailed the sky by day and braved the underworld by night. Osiris, god of the afterlife, was resurrected by his wife Isis, while their son Horus avenged him and became protector of the pharaohs. Thoth, god of wisdom, and Anubis, guardian of mummification, played vital roles. These deities were human-like, falling in love, arguing, and displaying jealousy. Egyptians wore amulets, offered prayers, and saw the divine in every sunrise and harvest. Their mythology was a living force, guiding and protecting them through life and death. For Egyptians, death was a doorway to eternity, a perfect world called the Field of Reeds. To reach it, the soul needed a preserved body and a remembered name. Mummification was a careful, sacred process. Organs removed, body dried with natron, then wrapped in linen with protective amulets. The final ritual, the opening of the mouth, restored the senses for the afterlife. Tombs were stocked with food, furniture, and Shabti statues, everything needed for eternity. The journey to the afterlife was meticulously prepared, blending science, ritual, and hope. In death as in life, Egyptians sought order, protection, and a place among the gods. Ancient Egypt was full of surprising customs. Cats were sacred, linked to the goddess Bastet. Harming one was a grave crime, and many were mummified like humans. Both men and women wore dramatic eye makeup, not just for beauty, but for protection against the sun and infection. Kohl even had antibacterial properties. Medicine blended science and magic. Doctors set bones, performed surgeries, and wrote remedies on papyrus. Ingredients like honey and willow bark were used alongside spells and amulets. Illness was seen as both physical and spiritual, so treatments often combined potions with prayers. A headache might be treated with a herbal rub and an incantation. Their approach was holistic, healing body and spirit together. Everyday life was a mix of the practical and the mystical. Egypt's greatness was built by ordinary people, mostly farmers, living by the Nile's rhythms. Their homes were simple, their diet basic, but life included family, festivals, and games. Women enjoyed rights rare in the ancient world. They could own property, run businesses, and even rule as pharaohs. Society was highly organized. Scribes documented everything from taxes to court cases. Even selling a donkey required paperwork. Disputes were settled in local courts, with laws and precedents guiding decisions. Large projects like pyramids were built by skilled, paid workers, not slaves, living in planned villages with food and medical care. Records show their daily lives, from rations to reasons for taking a day off. Egypt's order and structure made it unique, and its people's stories still resonate today. In every detail, we glimpse a civilization both familiar and extraordinary.